My name is Ronnie Strickland. You may know me as Cuz. Now, I've been with Mossy Oak since the beginning. And yes, it's a great job, if you can call it a job. The best part, other than getting to hunt all the time and call it work, is the people. From Toxie Hayes, the founder, to everyone at Mossy Oak, and hunters in general, man, they just get it. It being the real reason we do this. It's not the big antlers or long beards or getting your limit every time. It's way more than that. Just talking to me.
In 3.
Yeah. We're rolling, dude.
All right, we're hunting this deep kind of bottom a little bit, kind of a bottleneck. Found a bunch of scrapes back over, probably about 40 yards from here. A lot of rubs back further on, a lot of tracks, doe tracks, buck tracks. Just a real busy area. It's a bottleneck between 2 alfalfa fields. Alfalfa is probably about 300 to 400 yards behind us. It's elevated here, and this is kind of a real neat bottom that these deer run back and forth. It's kind of going up into the mountains, so this situation is great. The wind's in our face, and you know, tonight could be a real good opportunity to harvest a deer.
The way we met Charlie O'Brien, I think it was 94, 95, but I was at work one day and I was doing the PR at the time, but anyway, I got this letter, or it was actually a photo, and I opened it up, and there was this guy with long hair down to here, and he was holding this really nice deer. And my wife, who was a big baseball fan, along with both girls, she looked at that picture and said, "That's the guy that catches for the Braves." I went, "What?" Anyway, I flipped the picture over and it said, "Great camo, catch you later, Charlie O'Brien." And for sure enough, it was Charlie O'Brien. And I figured out how to get in touch with him and sent him a nice note back, and told him we were big baseball fans. First thing you know, we're down there watching him play. Which was great because we were big Braves fans, and but all he wanted to talk about was hunting. I mean, he was eat up with it as bad as anybody I've ever seen.
We're trying to really narrow the gap as far as the shooting distance, because we're shooting with an open sight muzzleloader, which is something that you know, this state mandates, and it's a situation where, you know, we want to really maximize our opportunities here, because, you know, the open sights, not really shooting them a whole lot myself. It's different for me, but you know, if we keep our shots to 40 and 50 yards, it's going to be a good opportunity for us to harvest a deer. And you know, this is, you know, I'm fired up about this hunt. This is going to be a lot of fun.
I took Charlie out to Salmon River, Idaho. Great area to hunt for elk, and they got sour moose and all, but they got some big whitetails because not everybody hunts whitetail. And I told him, I said, "Look, for real, I ain't gonna ask you to shoot anything you don't want to." And man, it was cold, and we had a muzzleloader with iron sights. And Charlie fancies himself on being a great shot, which I may argue that point. But anyway, I was like, man, we got to set up somewhere where that shot will be close. Iron sights, freezing cold. And we finally found a place. We had a guide showing us all these draws and stuff. And man, we found a bottleneck coming down that was just unbelievable.
Guys, there's a buck right over here. It's a good shooter there, right there. He's over there. He's coming down that trail we looked at earlier.
As soon as this deer popped out, Charlie said, "Hey man, there comes a buck, I'm gonna shoot him." I mean, it don't take him long. I didn't have to prod him. And I can remember thinking, man, the wind was blowing and we weren't in real big trees. They were like willow trees or something. And I was doing a little of this, and I was like, man, please let him hit that thing good.
When he comes that opening, I'm gonna shoot him. Okay. bit further. You want him? Okay.
Inside the Obsession is brought to you by Ram Truck Brand, Precision Shooting Equipment, Lethal, and Mossy Oak.
You want him?
The wind was blowing and we weren't in real big trees. They were like willow trees or something. And I was doing a little of this and I was like, man, please, please let him hit that thing good.
That's a good deer, brother, man. That's a heck of a deer. Right when we planted, right when we told he's coming out right there. You couldn't have gotten any better than that. That deer was coming out right when we said he was gonna come out. That's gonna be some good video, brother. I'm gonna kill it.
It's a great hunt. You know what? I was so fired up because that's one of the biggest deer at the time I had seen. And of course, Charlie had taken way bigger deer, but he was satisfied with that. But when he took the deer, caped it out, sent it to a taxidermist and all, and he had the deer mounted and sent it to me, gave it to me, just kind of as a gift. And I'll never forget that. It's hanging up in my den right now.
Goodness. Look at that deer there. Golly. Man, oh man. Look at that deer there. That's a big old heavy 10-pointer. Man, oh man. I don't think you and me can get him out of here, Holmes. Man, oh man, what a hunt. Idaho whitetail, first time for me, and it darn sure won't be the last, I'm telling you, because this is a heck of a deer, and this is a great place. A lot different from Oklahoma. I'm gonna go look for a good road out of here, because we got about a 300-foot hill to get him out of here. And I don't know if, well, I know I can, but I don't think you can get him out by yourself. I'm gonna go find a good route to get him out of here. Man, what a hunt.
Now, when it comes to hunting, Charlie and I don't always see exactly eye to eye, because I mean, he is about big antlers at all call, anything. That's why you catch him in November, he's gonna be in, you know, Pike County, Illinois, or Iowa, or somewhere like that. It absolutely drives him crazy, the sight of those big antlers, and the more non-typical, gnarly looking, the better. I don't know that I've met anybody, and I'm around deer hunting moguls all the time. Don't know if I've ever met anybody that's as enthralled with big antlers as much as he does. And that's not to say he don't get it. I've seen him, you know, shoot a 6-point with me with a bow and arrow because I told him, look, I got tons of B-roll of this and you need to go ahead and take it. He understands what gets people into hunting. He don't want everybody to go down his path. He gets, let's get him into it. Hey, doesn't matter what it scores. He gets all that. But for him personally, climbing a tree, setting a spot, getting everything just right, it's got to be evidence of a monster hanging around there for him.
He's done. I've seen him kill like deer like this with cuz for years.
I made him kill it.
Understand? You gotta listen to. We're in Illinois. This 4-point comes in, making rubs and scrapes.
Who said this now?
You did. Making rubs and scrapes, and cuz is with me also.
I didn't say it like that. No, we're
Illinois.
He just shoot him. What?
He was sitting down like,
You gotta shoot him. I said, man, he said, you ain't coming back if you don't shoot him. I said, oh, I don't shoot him.
Did you shoot him?
Yeah.
yeah. made a show. Suzuki Great Outdoors. We was helping them out. Other guy didn't.
Coming back if you don't.
You ain't coming back now. You don't see All right, I see it.
It was made a show out of it. I mean, he was kind of in the thick stuff. You couldn't really tell how big he was.
Like that matters to
Yeah.
you.
It ain't all about big, is it?
No, heck no. It's about the mystical flight of the arrow, man. We were bow hunting. Not only did I ask him to shoot a 4-point, I asked him to do it on the other side of a thicket. That thing was down, remember it was down in that hole, it was down there making a scrape. I said, we got to take him, it's the last day.
He's wide out in the open. I
He
could have
said
shot
it was,
him
whoa,
way
whoa,
out
whoa.
there.
You said it was the first day.
No, no.
You said it was the last day.
Actually, we were leaving.
Not the last
We left
day.
the next day.
Charlie, I had done some other stuff with Charlie. I helped him do an episode of hunting TV for the Great Suzuki Great Outdoors or something for ESPN. The year before that, and we were like in Iowa somewhere, and the hunt was kind of heated up. I made him shoot a smaller deer just so we could get a show out of it. And I told him, I said, look, come to Willow Point. This place known for big deer. I said, we're there for 5 days. First 3 days, you call the shots. I will not say a word. And he's like, all right. And the first afternoon, the very first hunt, we were on the edge of some field, bean field or something. And I was Charlie's facing the field because we were expecting deer to come out there and feed. And I was facing in the woods, and all of a sudden, like 4:30, early, I look back there and there's a buck, and it's like chasing does or running through a creek, and I'm filming this thing for minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, now I'm getting a lot of B-roll. If this thing comes up here, I'm gonna have to get Charlie to shoot. Sure enough, that deer comes, and it's gonna come up a trail right here. And I told Charlie, I said, here comes it was a nice 6-point. I said, if that deer comes out, you gotta shoot it. And he just went nuts.
Let him go. It's a 6-pointer.
You know, and he's drinking, and then it starts going through the bias, and it goes through all this stick. And then he says, kill him. I'm thinking, kill him? I'm back, yeah, you gotta kill him. We're up there talking, and the deer's right now, hell, it's pointing.
Kill him or you ain't
Kill
coming
him,
back.
man. I said, I ain't gonna kill that, man. He goes, you ain't coming back, you don't kill him. I said, oh, here we go.
Here we go. Hey, the best one though is we did this 3 or 4 times. We go to Willow Point. I said, now look,
That's another one.
you got 7 hunts. I'm not opening my mouth till we're done with hunt 4. I ain't gonna tell you what you need to do. I'm just gonna be there. The first afternoon, we're sitting there, and I turn around. There's a green field here, and I look, and there's a 6-point about that big, chasing does and grunting. And I filmed this thing for like 8 or 9 minutes. I said, Charlie, if that deer comes up here, you're gonna have to kill him. What? I'm telling you, if you don't kill that deer, we done. That deer came. Boom. 45 minutes first afternoon, he's finished. That was bad, wasn't it?
To me all the time.
The deer came out, I mean, right in, it's gonna be broadside right there. And he was like, let's let him go, let's let him go. I said, no. I know how hard it is to get that kind of video, especially in October. And hey, he did the deed. He just center punched him. Deer ran out there and fell over, and his hunt was over at Willow Point. And he never, ever lets me forget that. Every time we're going hunting somewhere, oh yeah, it's gonna be like it was back then. You know, but hey, look, it's just like the movie where Sylvester Stallone was an arm wrestler, Over the Top or something. When he would turn that hat around, he flipped the switch. That's the way Charlie does. When you need him, he flips that switch, man. He's straightforward, whatever you need me to do. But in the interim, he will flip you more than you can almost take sometimes.
Well, what a nice deer this is. Perfect. Anytime you shoot a rack buck with a bow, you ought to be excited. This was a lot of fun for me, and first deer of the year. I mean, it's just a nice deer, nice 6-pointer, but shoot, he's a nice, good deer, good heavy body deer. And this is a lot of fun for me, just a perfect situation. This might be one of the better bow hunts I've had as far as everything just working just the perfect way. I mean, they don't happen like this often, and anyone that hunts a lot knows what I'm talking about. It was one of those things that just walk in perfectly. Had a little situation with the doe in front of him smelling us, but it all worked out. It was just a perfect situation. God, it was a lot of fun for me.
Charlie and Cuz hunt well together because for at least 80% of their personalities they match. The places they vary, especially in the hunting woods and Cuz carrying a camera, are pretty pronounced though. So it can be, you can have some semi-tense moments. Charlie is interested in shooting, large, mature, very top of the growth charts animals, whether it's a whitetail or a pronghorn or a moose or a snipe, whatever he's out to get, he wants the biggest one there is. Cuz, is cool with that as long as it's not impacting anybody's hunt but the hunters.
I done figured out one of your problems with some shoes. They can see them.
Think it is?
Yeah.
They didn't see that one.
What, you gonna run one down if you can't see?
Yeah.
A lot of it's in fun, but Charlie is quick to suspect, something afoot other than him getting to do whatever he wants to do when those two are together.
What'd y'all see?
Nothing.
You see anything? You see nothing? Not a deer?
Not a deer. What are you
You are
doing?
snake bit.
Why you set me in there?
What did they?
Why did you stick me in here, dude? We're just laughing in there. It's like, look at this.
I filmed a lot of deer out there. I don't know what to tell you.
Where is he?
I came all down through in here.
Inside the Obsession is also brought to you by Remington Arms and Ammunition, Mossy Oak, Scott Archery, Schwacker Broadheads, and come here, dear.
The funny thing about coming up here, I get to hunt with Cuz. Everybody knows Cuz, but I mean, he just introduces me as Charlie O'Brien, an ex-baseball player, played in the major leagues for all these years and stuff. And he just said, hey, my name's Cuz. And everyone just kind of, oh, I want your autograph and this and that. And he just, he acts like he's no icon, but that's why he got that good spot, obviously. And I'm just kind of picking up his crumbs, what I'm doing. Big mule deer. There's no way he'll come up in here. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. And he gets to see like 8 or 10 bucks and 20 does. And I got to see a groundhog and a squirrel. I ain't even seen a squirrel, but a groundhog and a hawk. So I'm lucky. I'm fortunate to be hunting with such a icon, I think is the word that I hear used a lot now.
If you don't know Charlie and you see him in a hunting camp atmosphere, you may think, oh, that guy's a smart aleck or something like that, but he's not really like that. He's the kind of guy that you want your kids to be around, because Charlie, he's kind of a man's man. If you're doing wrong or he sees something going wrong, he'll say it. He's the same way whether he's in front of his wife or kids or he's by himself. He's got a kind of a code he lives by, and it's like do the right thing and work as hard as you possibly can, which is why he made it to the high level he did in the major leagues. He was up there for like 15 years. So, if you see old Charlie and you think he looks a little bit like a thug, hey, spend a little time with him. He may change your mind.
I need to get
We're getting old. We're both getting old. Don't run me into the ditch.
I ain't even stick.
You're right. Go to the left, 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 man. You're going down to the water hole. Truck over here. You're a non-dragging. Hold on a minute. You ain't dragging, you just holding on. You trying to hurt me. You just want to hear me breathe bad, don't you?
I heard that coming up here.
Woo! You just ain't dragging because you like to hear me breathe heavy.
Now you want me?
Come on, you the athlete.
Here.
Get to that side.
That side there, the one you need to get.
Well, let's swap sides. Then. Let's just go.
Hang on.
Over here, man. You keep trying to go the wrong way.
I'm gonna go all right.
You just ain't dragging. Hold on. Let me get him from here. There's the truck. I got him.
You got him all right.
I got him.
Last 10 feet. I had a tough time getting up here this morning. Back's all stiff. Having to pull that deer down the hill by myself and Cuz. I think you rode down the deer's back too. So, a little stove up this morning trying to get up. Not as young as I used to be. I believe this is one of your scams.
Ain't no scam.